Hello everyone, this is Logan, and welcome to a special Memorial Day episode of Tech Time, which isn't really Memorial Day related, or in fact, really any difference from a typical episode of Tech Time. But it has a cool opening! Which, would you actually believe it, was initially recorded in 1908. Which is odd because I didn't know that people were recording music back in 1908. Anyway, on to the first thing. Well, here's a shock. I'm going to be doing something Amazon related for the upteenth time. But it will actually be a bit different than what I usually do with Amazon. According to a recent interview with the CEO of Amazon, they are working on a service that will basically ship food right to your door, which they are calling Amazon Fresh. Now, this has been experimental for quite a few years. In fact, it's been experimental since 2007 with a few zip codes in Seattle, Washington. The CEO says in the interview that they have been making progress on the economics over the last year. They are referring to Amazon's staff. They've been doing a lot of experiments and trying to get the right nature of consumer experience and economics. I'm optimistic that the team is making good progress, which basically translates to we've been making a lot of progress and this will most definitely be a thing at some point. Now, as you would expect, there are quite a few hiccups in this new service. For one, well, food spoils. And the amount of money that it would cost for the refrigeration is quite high. The second thing is, think about how long it takes for something to ship on Amazon or eBay or any one of these online shopping sites. It would be a lot easier just to go to your supermarket and do it that way. The other thing that was said in the article I got this from is there's the environmental aspect. Grocery delivery is greener than the traditional method, according to Daily Finance. Yes, because it is actually greener to ship something possibly halfway around the world than it is to just drive your car to a supermarket. Somehow I'm a bit skeptical at that statement. But whatever. If this ends up being successful, I'm sure that many people will probably buy it. The food probably won't taste very good, but people will still buy it. Anyway, next thing. Remember back in 2010 when Apple introduced iCloud? It was a revolutionary way to take files from your computer to your iOS device. For example, iPhone, iPod, etc. Well, now in 2013, there are two major problems with iCloud. The first one, you have to sync it with iTunes, and for many people, that's a pain in the butt. The second thing is that there is only a limited amount of space. The minimum you can get is 5 gigabytes, and the maximum you can get is 32 gigabytes, and even that costs a yearly fee. Since iCloud, several companies such as SkyDrive and Dropbox have been making a few alternatives to iCloud. But the best one should be coming out sometime this June. Introducing Loom. It will fix the two major problems with iCloud that I mentioned earlier. You don't have to use iTunes, and it has unlimited memory. It just stores your documents, videos, music, photos directly into the cloud. Which, once that's released, I will definitely get it. Now, the service is meant to be free, and starting in June, it will be available as a zip file. Anyway, on to the last thing. Well, it seems like for months, rumors have been flying around that Microsoft will be making a smaller, cheaper Microsoft Surface tablet. Well, the rumors are correct. Sort of. Because next month, June, if you're watching this in the future, Microsoft will be releasing an 8-inch Surface tablet. Not 7-inch. It's 1 inch better, if you think of it that way. But it will cost $249, which might sound like quite a bit, especially if you compare it to the competing models of Kindle Fire. But if you really think about it, it's a $249 PC. How can you really pass that up? Especially considering it's a first-party $249 PC. So, anyway, that's all for this week. Stay tuned for next week.